Hey everyone. So, I don't know. I've been shown something about a vision, okay, that I told you guys that it made me question this person's validity. Alright. It was Johnathan Kleck. And so I've just left that to the side, and I'm going to put it to the side right now. Because I want you guys to see this. Now, this morning, I was watching a video, but I was cleaning up a spill. My son had spilled a drink. Well, it fell out of the refrigerator and it burst everywhere. It was a big blue bottle of Gatorade. All right, this is all significant. I've made 5 videos this morning. I don't know how I've had the time. I was going to delete them, but I'm not. They all are significant and they all mean a lot. And it may not be something you guys want to sit through, but I'm going to be quick about this one. All right. I was already going to make this video. After the drink spilled, a video played on my phone automatically. It was a video of Tucker Carlson talking, and I wasn't listening to it, and then I heard Sleepyhead Joe Biden. I heard it in my spirit, and then I heard it said aloud, Sleepyhead Joe Biden by Tucker Carlson. I continued on to listen, and I heard the words, the face of a dog. And I knew, oh my gosh. I've already mentioned, guys, a while back about the face of the dog, with Obama being the face of the dog. Okay? That's what the Lord's shown another girl and me. Remember back when the Lord gave me Jimmy the fish? And I made the video where I showed you that I found Jimmy the fish, and the only credible link was on YouTube, and it was a song by the band Time Splice. And on the top it said Old Blood, and it's got red blood or red color, and it's got a droplet going into water, okay, and it's divided by a perfectly divided line. There's a cross in the middle, and it says Old Blood, New Tears. Okay? It's by the band Time Splice. All right? And so the division of time, and this is when the Lord gave me the dream where I kept saying a partition, right then, okay? It was right at that time frame, and I made the video around then too. And I went back to look at it. Well, the Lord had brought Jimmy the fish back up again when I made my recent video on finding that little gematria thing. Whenever I typed in July 4th and it popped up Thomas, twin Thomas, right? And my son's name is Thomas. Well, someone else commented and said, wow, I watched Johnathan Kleck, and I don't have the message pulled up, guys, but I'm just saying someone had brought up Johnathan Kleck, okay? Well, prior to that, I had a vision about Johnathan Kleck, and I have no interpretation on this vision whatsoever. This is one of the times, 2 visions I've had of somebody, of 2 different people. One was Johnathan Kleck, and another one was someone else. But I have no interpretation on them. But then the Lord brought me to this other person's channel, and it made me question his validity. But the only thing that made me think, wow, no, Johnathan Kleck's got to be true, because people don't believe his life or what's going on in his life and what he shares with people. But I know you guys see it. It's happening in my life, and it's been happening in my life. And I had no idea until I watched Johnathan Kleck, and then I saw, oh my gosh, this really is happening in my life. I'm not crazy. Like, this is true. And then I learned further, after I stopped watching Johnathan Kleck for a while, I learned further from the Lord, just like how deep it really went and how prophetic every instance in our lives are. It's important. I don't know why he chose us. I don't know. I think that it's all servants of the Lord God right now, Lord God, Jesus Christ. I think that all of us have this going on, and we may not see it just yet. We're all at different levels, okay? But I'm going to continue on. I digress. Now listen, I had stopped the Tucker Carlson video to make a video to you guys to show you the Jimmy the Fish thing. But when I heard Sleepyhead Joe Biden, I remembered why that popped up in my head and why my ears perked up to hear it. When I went to go do that gematria thing for the 4th of July, which I told you I don't use gematria. So it was only by God that I did use it. Well, then I was like, hey, I have that word. Ooh, a hanker flip. The Lord gave me that word, and I still have yet to figure out what that was. So I was like, let's just type it in gematria and see what pulls up. Very interesting there. That's a whole nother video. Whole nother thing. But then I typed in Jimmy the Fish. And then whenever I got Jimmy the Fish, I was like, oh man, that's what it was that I found. Jimmy the Fish in gematria equals Sleepyhead Joe Biden. How strange is that, guys? I think I have it pulled up right here. I'm sorry about the screen moving, and I hope it doesn't, make you guys dizzy. But let me see. I think it's at the top. Okay. Here's the word Jimmy the Fish. I typed in Jimmy the Fish, okay? Now, what comes up? Sleepyhead Joe Biden. I mean, come on, guys. That's super strange. That's super duper strange. I don't even know what to say here. I don't know how gematria works. All right. So I'm just showing you there's a connection there. And I was just going to make a quick video on that. Then, for some reason, Johnathan, I don't know how I got to Johnathan Kleck's live video, but I had accidentally clicked on it or something when I was carrying my phone. And I heard him talking about this rock that he found after doing his parachute jump. And the rock was perfectly divided in half, and it pretty much that thing should not have divided like that, no way. And but he had set this rock in the middle of a red X on a blue tarp. And the next day he had to come back and get it. All right, that's where he was going to land from his parachute jump. Where he landed on, But the next day he had to come clean it up and pick it all up. So when he got back out there, the sand on the ground, it did this. All right, let me see if I can.
The other side is totally clean. And on the side that's clean, right over here, let's see. Right over here, the river is running now. So there's literally a stream now running in the desert on the clean side.
Okay, guys. Like I said, I just spilled this blue Gatorade all over the ground. And it led me that without that Gatorade spilling, I would not have the video would not have sat and went on its own. Okay, I would have just picked something else. And this all was, orchestrated by the Lord. I'm just saying, there's something strange here, and the Lord's definitely telling people right now, and a lot of my stuff is connected to Johnathan Kleck's. I know it does. I've found those things to be interesting too. I've tried to contact him through one or two comments or so, but everyone thinks they have matching stuff to everybody, and whenever you're bigger like that, I guess it doesn't really. Either he hasn't seen it, or you know what I mean. He didn't have time to go tracking down everyone's on there. I can imagine how that is. And so everyone, they probably all say oh my gosh, your stuff matches mine, even though my stuff really does matches to a lot. And I hold back. The only reason why I hold back on saying this is all of God is pure human fear. I don't want to say something that the Lord hasn't given me the interpretation on yet. But as just for me, just saying, well, not knowing, I feel like He is. I feel like unless the enemy really knows how to placate people, because he does, and he knows what the Lord's going to be doing in people's lives. He knows what he's going to be doing in this end time. And so he could easily, I hope this is okay that I switched the screen like that. Hopefully it didn't shut off. But I'm sure the enemy could easily duplicate this in some way, fashion, or form. But I'm excited about it. I really think that the Lord's really been letting me know, hey, I'm in a divide time. That we're at a point, like I said, we're at the ridge crest, and we're at that mountain, and I really do, like, I don't know. I think possibly we get raptured out and we go through this water, that layer of water over us, and we retain like all this information, memory, and like these different things. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking of. Like, that would be so cool. Because the Lord's talking to me about water memory and stuff like that. And these are things I never knew before. But the Lord is saying something here. He's about to. Oh, and I wanted to mention this too. Let me mention this. Yesterday, the Lord reminded me of a stag, and I heard, oh, a Patronus. And I was like, oh, I knew what it was from. It's from Harry Potter. I watched that whenever I was younger. And the scene that came to my mind, and I was just changing my kid's diaper, like, changing the mire. But the scene that came to my mind was the deer scene when those death demon things that fly came down and tried to like suck his life from him, and he was at the water at the bottom of this mountain or hill, and he doesn't know it yet, okay? But her back in the back scenes, right on the side, Hermione can rewind time, right? And so time was rewound, and he went back and saved himself. But in front of him was a deer, a stag, right? This like ethereal looking stag. And I find it interesting that would be something the Lord would remind me of. I know it has to do with the buck moon, or it reminds me of the buck moon, the stag that the Lord's been talking about, where here he is at the water, at the bottom of this mountain, and it's dealing with time, okay? And it reminds me of Exodus, and it reminds me of the plagues and the death angel flying over. But I just wanted to get this out really quick. Hopefully that didn't shut off the video. I hope it didn't. But I love you guys, and then keep looking up, because the Lord's coming. We all need to, in his video it says, be ready. And I think we all need to be ready. I'm almost thinking I'm watching for that third day after July 4th. And I'm watching for the 8th day. Now, I also want to mention that Modest Yahoo, I don't know if y'all know who he is, but this is something the Lord showed me just a few minutes ago. I used to listen to Modest Yahoo. I actually went to several guys. I was a hippie, like, I was a hippie. There was no other hippie like me, hippie. I was just a troublemaker. No, I wasn't a troublemaker. I just partied all the time. Everything was a party. Everything was about music, And I used to go to music festivals, and I started to really like Modest Yahoo, who is this Jewish singer, all right? So he sings like Jewish people do. And go listen to him. Go try and listen to him. See I like them. And so I would listen to him. But he's got a song called On the 8th Day. And his name, Modest Yahoo, that equals 4th of July in Gematria? He's got that song, The 8th Day. just like the Lord told me. Do a 7-day count. And then he showed me the 8th day, you know, from unto the east to the west. And then, guys, I also found that Johnathan Kleck, oddly enough, I found this, okay, on a video by, I guess, a guy that goes against Johnathan Kleck. I'm not really sure what goes on between their groups. I'm not a part of their group or whatever, you know, like I don't follow the other people that follow him and whatnot. But he had like played this video, and he played Johnathan Kleck saying from unto the east to the west over and over again. He just played it, and find that strange, don't you? Like with the video that I just recently made. The Lord's talking here, and he's saying the same things to everyone. We just need to put them together and come together, and with everything matching up now, okay? With everything matching up to everyone, I just don't see how much longer the Lord can go on showing us things without us all coming together as one, in some way, fashion, or form. I don't really know. I think I expect us to come under one accord. I don't know why I feel like that's a big factor. I really do, though. And I need to get off here, but I love you guys so much. I just wanted to throw you this little tidbit, and hopefully I'm not overwhelming you with just a million videos. But enjoy them, and I love you guys so much. And I will have more on the secret garden stuff. I'm just being like inundated with a million things right now, and they're all just going off. Like I need to start. I don't know how I need to organize this, but I'm receiving so many different things. Like it's hard to not put everything in one thing, because everything connects to everything, you know? And so when I make a video, I can just go on and on and on, just continue adding things. And I'm bad about that. So I'm hoping to try and get my videos down a little shorter for you guys, which I'm not doing good on this one. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.